The players are ready. The referee blows his whistle to signal for the free kick to be taken to restart the match. If, after the referee signals for the free kick to be retaken, a player delays the taking of the free kick, or a player encroaches from the wall before the ball is in play, the referee issues a caution to the player. When a free kick is taken close to the assistant referee's position, the assistant referee and the referee may confirm that the assistant referee will enter the field of play to control the 9.15-meter distance. After asserting the distance from the position of the ball, the referee shall wait until the assistant referee is back in position before signaling the restart of play. If the position of the free kick is less than 9.15 meters from the goal, defending players that form a defending wall are instructed to retreat to their own goal line between the goal posts. Here, a player passes the ball to his own goalkeeper, who touches the ball with his hands inside his own penalty area, so the opposing team is awarded an indirect free kick. In this case, the free kick is taken from the goal line parallel to the goal line at the point nearest to where the offense is committed. When a free kick is taken in the area close to the goal, the referee and assistant referee must carefully observe for offenses, including offside, in addition to deciding if the ball passes over the goal line. In this situation, the assistant referee observes the offside position and the referee watches for offenses by the players that form the defending wall. The referee and the assistant referee should cooperate to avoid missing plays by consulting on who is to watch for offside and other offenses. Even if an offense is committed, there are situations where it is advantageous to continue the play for the team against which an offense is committed. The referee allows the play to continue without stopping. This is called advantage. The referee applies advantage by moving his arms forward with his hands open, and he can say "play on" or "advantage" to make it apparent to everyone that an advantage is applied. The advantage should be precisely applied in order to avoid unnecessary interruption of the flow of play. Applying advantage does not nullify an offense by a player. At the next stoppage, when the ball is out of play, the referee issues a warning or caution to the player. In some cases, the referee can warn him while the ball is still in play. A penalty kick is awarded to the opposing team when an offense is committed that is punishable by a direct free kick, occurring inside of the penalty area of the team that commits the offense. The referee indicates the penalty kick by blowing his whistle and pointing at the penalty mark. The defending players tend to become animated when a penalty kick is awarded. The referee must confidently and firmly award the penalty kick in order to discourage any unnecessary disruption. When a penalty kick is taken, the players other than the kicker must remain outside of the penalty area and penalty arc inside the field of play until the ball is kicked. They must also remain behind the position of the ball until the ball is kicked. The goalkeeper must remain on the goal line until the ball is kicked. The referee takes a position from which to observe the play, such as determining if the penalty kick is properly taken and if the players other than the kicker remain outside of the penalty area and the penalty mark until the ball is in play. The assistant referee takes a position in line with the goal line at a position from which the movements of the kicker and goalkeeper can be observed within the same field of vision. The assistant referee observes the play to determine if the ball crosses the goal line and if there is an infringement, such as the goalkeeper moving forward from the goal line before the ball is kicked. The referee confirms that all of the players are in the proper positions and blows his whistle to instruct for the ball to be kicked. Here, the goalkeeper moves forward from the goal line before the kicker kicks the ball into play. If a goal is not scored, the penalty kick should be retaken. If a player encroaches on the penalty area before the kicker on his team kicks the ball into play, then the penalty kick should be retaken, even if the ball passes over the goal line. Infringements regarding a penalty kick and the procedures to take when an infringement occurs are very complicated. In order to make accurate decisions, it is important to read and memorize the laws of the game and to review all the possible situations that could occur. For the referee, nothing requires more courage than making a decision on cautionable offenses and sending off offenses. Foul plays that cause injury to an opponent and behavior that tarnishes the integrity of football must not be tolerated. If such behavior occurs, the referee blows his whistle and faces the offending player, and either issues a caution by showing a yellow card or sends the player off by showing a red card. Without rushing his actions, the referee should clearly indicate who he is showing the card to, both to inform the player and to let the persons concerned know that a caution has been issued. By acting firmly and bravely, the referee will have a calming influence on the players. After showing the card, the referee immediately notes the jersey number of the cautioning player, the type of the offense committed, and the time the offense was committed. There are also offenses whose intent seems malicious, but which are not severe enough to warrant a caution or sending off. In this case, the referee issues a warning, either verbally or by gesture, to inform the player and the surrounding players of the warning. Although it is not written in the laws of the game, issuing appropriate warning in this way helps to maintain control of the match and regulate its smooth progress. Next, we will examine the kinds of infringing behavior that should be cautioned. The player entering the field of play without the referee's permission is to be cautioned, even if it is a situation in which the player requires treatment due to injury or other reason. Handling the ball, either to prevent an opponent from gaining possession of the ball or in order to score a goal, is considered unsporting behavior and is to be cautioned. Holding by pulling an opponent's jersey blatantly is considered unsporting behavior and is to be cautioned. Simulating action by a player in order to deceive the referee to award his team a free kick or a penalty kick is an offense deserving of a caution. It is exciting to watch players celebrating a goal being scored. Excessive celebration of a goal is, however, to be cautioned. If, in the opinion of the referee, a celebration is provocative to opposing players, or if a player removes his shirt or delays the progress of the match by climbing on a perimeter fence to celebrate a goal being scored, it is to be cautioned. A player is guilty of unsporting behavior if he makes contact with an opponent in a reckless manner. This kind of behavior is to be cautioned. Persistent infringements of the law of the game by the same player are to be cautioned. Depending on the severity of the offense, the referee may caution the player after the offense is committed the second time. A player who is guilty of dissent by verbally or by action protesting against a referee's decision is to be cautioned. Protesting against a referee's decision, whether by a player, coach, or other team officials, is not permissible. A deliberate attempt to delay the restart of play, such as kicking the ball away or carrying it away with the hands after the referee has stopped play, is to be cautioned. Other deliberate attempts to delay the restart of play, such as delaying the taking of a throw-in or a free kick, or taking excessive time for a substitution, are also to be cautioned. If a defending player fails to respect the required distance from the ball at a corner kick, a free kick, or a throw-in, despite being instructed to do so by the referee, or if a defending player encroaches from a defending wall before the ball is in play, the player is to be cautioned. Next, we will examine offense behavior that deserves a sending off. If a player uses excessive force in attempting to gain possession of the ball from an opponent, or is guilty of serious foul play, the player is shown the red card and sent off. For example, if a player makes a serious foul play that targets the legs of an opponent, or tackles an opponent from behind or even from the front or side in a way that endangers the opponent, the player is to be sent off. If a player is guilty of violent conduct, such as punching or kicking an opponent, irrespective of whether or not the ball is in play, the player is to be sent off. It is also a sending off offense if a player commits such acts against a player on his own team or a match official. If a player deliberately denies the opposing team a goal or an obvious goal-scoring opportunity by handling the ball, the player is to be sent off. During an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, when an opponent is heading toward the goal while wholly in control of the ball and in a one-on-one situation against the goalkeeper, if a player commits an offense that is punishable by a free kick or penalty kick and is decided by the referee to have obstructed the goal-scoring opportunity, the player is to be sent off. If a player uses offensive or insulting or abusive language or gestures, he is to be sent off, irrespective of who the language is directed at. If a player receives a second caution in the same match, the player is to be shown the red card and sent off. If a player spits at someone, he is to be sent off, irrespective of who it is directed at. The spirit of fair play applies to the players and extends to all coaches and other officials in their team benches. The referees are responsible for maintaining control over officials and substitutes in the team benches. In addition to maintaining control over officials and substitutes in the team benches, it is necessary for the referees to control the technical areas. A technical area extends around the perimeter of a team bench. Only persons who are identified before the beginning of the match may enter the technical area. At the same time, the coach and other officials must not leave the confines of the technical area during the match without receiving permission from the referee. During the match, only one person at a time may issue tactical instructions from the coach and other officials to the players, which must be done from inside the confines of the technical area. The referee shall warn the team official who protests against the referee's decision. If the team official continues to protest despite being warned, or uses offensive or insulting or abusive language and/or gestures, the referee is to dismiss the team official without showing a red card. A substitute or a substituted player is cautioned or sent off and is shown a yellow or a red card if they display unsporting behavior, violent conduct, or other such actions. If a match ends in a draw, competition rules may require that the winning team be decided. Away goals, extra time, and kicks from the penalty mark are methods of determining the winning team. Here we will examine the method of kicks from the penalty mark. Please review away goals and extra time by reading the laws of the game. After the match ends in a draw and there is no winning team after extra time, kicks from the penalty mark are taken to decide the winning team. Both teams must have the same number of eligible players to take kicks from the penalty mark. The team with the greater number of players reduces their numbers to that of their opponents and informs the referee of the name of each player to be excluded. The referee tosses a coin, and the team that wins the coin toss decides whether to take the first or the second kick. All players except the player taking the kick must remain within the center circle during the kicks. These are the positions designated for the goalkeeper, who is the teammate of the kicker, and the positions for the referee and the assistant referees. Firstly, 5 kicks can be taken alternately by both teams, and the team that scores the most goals is the winning team. If before both teams have taken 5 kicks, one has scored more goals than the other could score, even if it were to complete its 5 kicks, no more kicks are taken and the winning team is decided.